November, a great month to feel grateful. Cooler weather, football, and the start of the big year-end holiday season. So what are we grateful for? And to whom are we grateful? Instead of waiting for Thanksgiving to express thanks, why not do it for every day of this month? Think of 30 people to whom you're grateful. Maybe people who are still living, or perhaps among those who have already passed on. So let's make our list. Parents, teachers, neighbors, bosses, friends. We can come up with the first 15 or 20 pretty readily, but the last group of 10 may be a little harder. Alongside their name, list what are we grateful to them for. They gave us inspiration, motivation, a job, a loan, a shoulder to cry on, tickets to a Spurs game. Ours is a society of interdependence. We count on each other. We depend on each other. We need each other. We walk into our favorite H-E-B, Albertson, or Kroger store, and there, spread before us, is an amazing variety of foods. Where did it come from? How did it get there? How many people did it take? Hundreds, if not thousands. And aren't we grateful to them? We visit our local mall, and again, we're literally overwhelmed with an incredible display of merchandise and services offered by hundreds of people whose purpose is to satisfy our personal wishes and needs. We probably don't know most of them, but we're grateful to them because they are there for us. I'm grateful to my doctor for trying to keep me healthy, to my barber for keeping me from looking like the wild man from Borneo, and to my house cleaning ladies for tidying up my house every 2 weeks. Minnesota farmer Scott Legrid has good reason to be grateful. He was in a car accident last August. He broke his collarbone, a shoulder blade, 7 ribs, cracked 2 of his vertebrae, sustained a collapsed lung and a concussion. He sure wasn't in any shape to be able to harvest his 600-acre corn and soybean crops. But when word spread throughout the small town about his accident, more than a dozen of his neighbors showed up to get the job done for him. I guess I'm not really surprised, Legrid said. I'm lucky to live in a community where people have always looked out for each other. There are so many people to whom we should be grateful. There are even some politicians who are trying to do the right thing for us. Recently, I was talking with a lady who had her whole house flooded when a pipe in her bathroom burst while she was out of town. I said, "Wow, that must have been really awful for you." She responded, "Well, it wasn't so bad. Some people don't even have a house." Now that's being grateful. I'm not sure I could have been as calm about it. My mother used to tell us kids when we were invited to sleep over at a friend's house, "Now don't forget, always remember to say please and thank you." Have we forgotten to do that? Are we too much in a hurry? Are we less civil? Do we take people too much for granted, especially friends and families. Let us give thanks, not just on Thanksgiving, but each and every day of this month. You'll be surprised at how many smiles you'll receive in return. Please pass this message along. And, oh yes, thank you. I'm Larry Johnson. Stay well.